Hello everyone, H&M Aviation here, Harry here, and welcome to this Airbus X extended flight. We're in the Airbus A321, and we're cold and dark at Stansted. Now, just before we start, I'd like to make an announcement about this airport, right? It is the VFR airport from UK 2000. Now I did install the actual airport, but what it didn't do, it didn't overwrite this airport. So it's kept the VFR airport and not put in the commercial version that I downloaded from the UK 2000. You know, the airport extreme crap that they do. So we're going to fly to Ibiza today. Looking at about 2 hours and 25 minutes on a direct route. I don't know. That's roughly. So we're looking at about 2.5 hours to fly there, which is okay. I'm happy with that. You guys don't see that obviously because I'm going to be editing some stuff. And yeah, that's it. As we're starting up the plane here, I just recommend you to go follow my Twitch. It's in our banner on the main part of the channel, and that's gonna give you access. Like, if you follow us, it's free, but if you subscribe, it's not. If you follow us, you can see our streams, and we do streams quite regularly. I say we, me and Marco, but it's me at the moment. But there won't be any content for a while. I don't know why it's a bit laggy. I think I need to give OBS some... Yeah, that's better. Right. So we've got the battery on. Now I don't know whether to be lazy or not. That's the thing. Be lazy or don't be lazy. You know what? Let's be lazy for today and go down to this FMC here and go to checklists on, co-pilot on, cockpit prep. I think I need to turn down my TV. Yeah, I do. See, you guys can't actually tell when it comes through my TV.
External power on. On.
So I could go here. Wait.
Check.
Turn the IRSs.
Set on.
6, 7 on my keyboard. Right. So what we're gonna do is, I'm probably gonna get this done. I don't know if I'm gonna skip it or not. I'll speak just in case I don't skip it. But it's so I'm gonna do my taxiing checklist prior to actually moving. There you go. Right, brake checks. There you go. Just swap across there. Oh. I don't know what it is with jittery stuff. It might be my low frame rates might be to do with the traffic I'm running. I'm using ultimate traffic too. I can't see the lag that I'm getting on your screen. I can see it coming through, but like I don't know what to do about that. But I think I've got too much of a high bit rate coming through. That could be the issue. Oh no, my FSX froze there. It looks like we're going to be joining this runway a bit late, like on the wrong end of the runway. That is an accident. I don't really know how to use this airport, not with this VFR scenery, because everywhere's grass. I'm trying to not take this on grass, because you don't take an Airbus on grass, simply. But this is, see, these are the most boring stages of flight. I don't like the taxiing and that. Like, it's different if you're on VATSIM and stuff, but like, I would have went on VATSIM today, but I weren't too sure how the sceneries would play out and stuff, and I was having issues with my simulator prior to the recording with Ibiza, so, but I did some landings there and it was alright. Don't know what this lag is about. Once we get off the ground, we'll be alright. I guess we're going onto a runway, so I should put landing lights on since there is other aircraft about. So I can hear a thing make a noise whenever I press a keyboard button. I think what it's doing is activating things on my Airbus. I think that's what made it do all the starting checklists. Strobes are going to go on to auto, runway turn-offs are meant to be on. Landing lights are going to be on. That should have been on taxi. Oh, that was on taxi, but I'm putting it on takeoff because I'm going on to the airport.
Before takeoff. Before takeoff, check this. Check are off. Check normal.
Why isn't it doing the TCAS? Come on, TARA. I bet I've turned off autopilot. Yeah, see, look, it's turned off copilot. I don't get that. It's my keyboard keys, I'm gonna have to change that. This feels really awkward and it makes me feel like the runway is really small because it's really thin. But again, it's not that thin, is it? Just me over exaggerating. Then again, I've been flying a lot of GAs the last week, so because I fly them in real life, I fly a Cessna 152 and I fly Piper PA-28s. Which I do want to have another flying lesson soon, actually. I don't do them officially, I do them with a family friend who's a pilot. And he just steps me through what I'd do with a real instructor. Like, I fly it myself now anyway. Like, he trusts me to do that. I've been to an airline sim cockpit before I started real flying, and they said I was really good at the NGX. It's the most amazing experience ever. But then when I went real flying, like, that was good. But then as soon as I thought that was amazing, but getting to control it's a lot better. Let's turn around. I'm sorry for the lag, guys. Then again, the cloud shouldn't be like this. Like, oh, it's lagging horrible. It's not because my PC's bad. I've got an octa-core processor, and then I've got a 4K graphics card and stuff, so it's not like I'm running a shocking system. Oh yeah, I was meant to flex, whoops. Why are we slowing down? Why are we slowing down? I full throttled it by accident. Come on, speed up. There you go. I think we slow down because I pulled back the power. I'm rotating, whether you want me to or not. Only just got up there. We haven't even got much of a positive rate. Oh, I bet I'd tail strike that, but never mind. I did pull back there. I shouldn't have pulled back on the throttle after making that mistake. Told you guys, I've been used to flying GAs. We're above 4,000 feet, so we can 400 even, so we can pull back to speed. Why is climb thrust all the way back there? I swear, man. My throttle must not be calibrated, because that is well weird. Alright, let's start this bank here.
Left one.
For now, I'll hold a slow speed so that we can do this progressively. That's how they fly in real life. They don't just, like this plane, I don't know what it is, but it just like throwing up to 250 straight from takeoff. Like, it's a realistic plane and all, but that's not what it would do in real life. Like, they wouldn't just whack it into 250. But then again, they don't sit there on manage mode all the time, like a lot of people do. as a rather climatic takeoff low, I will admit. Since there's no SID for this departure, I'll wait till I finish this little curve, and if I'm at 2,500 feet by then, I'll let the autopilot take over, because there is a bit of input lag on this plane, which is why I like P3D, but I can't get to install on my computer, which is always great. But I did have it on my computer. It's because it keeps on corrupting. I don't know what it is with it, but also guys, feel free to tell me what you want me to do flight wise, because even if I don't have the scenery, I'll go and pick up the scenery. Simple as. Whoa, I've descended loads. Let's pull that back up. I was at like 2,000 feet before and we're descending. Like, I think we should speed up. It pulled up the flaps way too early. That's what I don't like about this plane. Let's go autopilot.
Autopilot is on.
There you go.
Flaps up.
I'll call this now up to, I'll let it go to what it wants to, because that's probably a safer option.
Check normal. Disarmed. Check retracted. Gear up, lights off. Set off. Both on. Are off. Check. 1015.
We've got low pressure, well, higher pressure than normal even. I was gonna say low pressure. High pressure brings good weather, guys, if you want to know, usually. And we got good weather in England at the moment, and this is on real world weather, so. Right, so we're coming up to the descent now. We're at flight level 260, and we did have some issues where the plane was taking me up to 50,000 feet. I went to go get some food during cruise, and I came back to find that I was at 46,000 feet, pitch nose up, stalling out sky. I saved it, and then I found out there's an issue with the autopilot, which I fixed in flight, and I didn't have to restart the flight or anything. I did plan for it to be dusk when we landed, so I set up, so I counted all the hours, did some maths, and I think I set off either a bit late, or I set the time, I think I set the GMT too late. I think I was meant to set the GMT an hour back, which I didn't, which is a bit stupid, because the system thought local time in England was different to GMT, so I messed that up a bit, so it's an hour later than I planned. So it is currently looking like to be 7:34. I plan to land at 8 in local time, actually 8:30, something like that. So actually I did do the maths right, but it's come up a bit darker than I expected it to be. So when we land into Ibiza, it'll look nice. I flown in on dusk, but where I've got my settings and stuff, like there's patches like you get on the autogen that are like weird shadows over the actual scenery, but you can't tell too much. I did experience some, like, the game would freeze every now and then while I was at Ibiza, so if that happens, it's not because of my computer, it's because there was an issue when I installed the scenery. However, we are about to start our descent, so I'm going to bring down this to about 5k probably, and see where that gets us. I'll wait until we're directly over it. I hope you did like the camera shots I made. I might make some on descent, I don't know, because I don't know what to talk about really. So I might take some on descent. I did realise once I came back from being downstairs, I did realise that it was night time, so I did have to take a lot of pictures. Now there is something with my EZY keys where it makes me disable the co-pilot. I've just enabled it again, so I can't go to the MCP. That means, so you have to do that, because whenever I press 2 on my keyboard, it disables the co-pilot there. So let's zoom out. So it'd be more entertaining if I'd VATS him. We're about 160 nautical miles from our destination, about 140, something like that from our destination. So I'm not sure if my geography is correct here, but that could either be Mallorca or Tenerife. There's a few islands around here, the Canary Islands, and usually I think Tenerife is past Ibiza. When I've flown out to Tenerife before, we went past an island, then we went like over that way, Ibiza's there, we went across and like back in again. So I don't know if Tenerife is actually around about there. I don't know what this is here, I'm not too sure. It's either Mallorca or Menorca, I'm not too sure, or it could be another place. But I can see LE, which is what everything starts with in Ibiza, which contradicts the point I was about to make. Now if it's LEPA, yeah, it's LEPA there, which is Mallorca, so that's Mallorca, I believe, if what I'm reading is correct on the screen there. So what I'll do is, as it gets to this 20 range here, this outer line, once the airport's in there, I'll zoom down, because then that puts the whole airport there. Then when it gets there, I'll zoom in, etc, etc, and then you zoom in until you're actually there, pretty much on the approach. That's where it's going to work. So I can go over here if I want, but I'm not. See, I don't know about right view landings, I don't mind them. Like where I've been in cockpit simulators, that's where I've ended up, but you kind of get used to this. I've got my, you know, where the head shakes, I haven't got that on right now because I don't know why, but it is going mad earlier. Like I don't know what that is. There's something wrong with settings. When I had it originally, like before I reset my computer, it never used to do that. So it might be an issue with the bounce settings. I've tried to change them, but I didn't have an effect. But you have to go through like loads of different settings just to have that minor effect. So I need to have a look at that, or if someone can give me a profile for the Airbus X, I'd be happy if that's possible even. So I was thinking with my new flight styles, I was thinking maybe do loads of camera shots when I fly. So rather than just get in a plane, do some boring commentary and land, I was thinking maybe try to do edits while I fly to give it some more, I don't know, some goodness into it, and then like not so much edits but camera position, like while I'm flying, rather than speaking and trying to say things that aren't interesting or just random. So rather than speaking weird and saying all the time, it's better to maybe get some music and just play around with some editing. That's my plans anyway. If you like the idea, just let me know. Also, I do thank you guys who have watched the videos. If you are watching this one, I was getting hundreds of views on my videos before, and they were really bad quality. I mean, like, this one started off shocking, and I was just thinking, like, I was talking to a friend, which I'm on Skype to at the moment, which I've muted him for the video. Like, even he said that's really good, considering, like, it's only got 3 subscribers on here, and, you know, no one knows about it. Like, I've not networked with anyone, which, there's a reason why I'm not networking with people. Like, if there's flight simmers, I'm network with them. I have to know flight simmers first. But anyone personally, I've not really told. I've only told 2 people I know about this channel. Which is why when my parents come up and things, I have to like stop recording, then cut into the middle of conversation, which I have to start again, kind of thing. It's proper weird. It's quite hard to do that as a YouTuber. But however, I want to bring the best content to you, and this is how I'm going to try and do it. So we're coming up to the airport now. We're within the 80 nautical mile range after all that waffle, rant, whatever. And it's looking like we've done well for this flight. I would give you a legit time, and I'm going to be honest with you right here. I did up my simulation rate because I've got things to do. So I did up it to 2, then 4. I was having issues, so I flew it normally for a little bit, hand flew it a little bit, then put it back onto autopilot, got that working again. Then I left it for a while and spoke to my friend for a bit, and then obviously I've got to get things done. I've got to edit this, I've got to render it, now I've got to stream tomorrow, now I've got to do other things. So like, you know, I'm going to try and get some more done because I'm going on holiday, so I'll get loads done for this and see what I can get out of this channel while I'm away. See if I can get some, you know, views and support on it, if I can when I'm back. I'm going to be away for like a month, so like once I'm back, I guess I can do something. But I'm thinking of doing some car vlogs as well, because there's going to be a bit of car action when I get back off my holiday. I'm going to go to London for 2 weeks with my dad. My dad lives down there, so I'm in Manchester right now. I used to live down there, and like there's a big family situation, and he's got a Subaru, and we go to a lot of car meets, etc. So I'm thinking of doing something with that, make it into a vlog or something. And I might see if my sister's partner will take me out in his E36 again for some drifting, late night drifting. I've been out in his car, he took me sideways, and it's really good. So if you'd like to see some real life stuff, can do that. I might be doing a flying lesson as well, but I can't really film that without a GoPro. I can't take my brother's GoPro for a month because he'll need it because he's a YouTuber, which isn't a good thing for him. So we're pretty much coming up to our final leg of the approach in a minute or so. We're at 16k, which is a good height still. I'm happy with that height, definitely, for where we are. I think I'm just going to get some more camera shots up until we reach the main approach. So I'll see you on the approach. So coming down to the approach now, I just did some camera shots for you, which kind of, if you watch the video carefully, it was just as I turned after I said I'll do some camera shots, and it brought us back here. So I think we're on the main approach. We come up to a load of waypoints, which can be the approach. We are sitting down now at 10k. We're going to want to get lower, so I'm going to bring this to 2k, maybe 2.5, something like that. Around 2k is where it activates the ILS, so I'll let it come down to 2k itself. It says we're 40 miles out from the airport, just over 40 nautical miles out, about 60 out from the airport itself, which means it must be sitting very close to the water, which I know it sits near some water. We're past 10,000 feet, that's a good thing. That's good. So that means we'll be starting the approach phase very, very soon. I also have the NGX. I thought I would do this flight because it's quite realistic. I literally went onto the EasyJet website, went on Stansted and saw what the arrivals are, and Ibiza was one of them. I was thinking of doing something quite a bit shorter than that, but this was on the list and I'd never flown into Ibiza, so I thought it'd be nice to, you know, do a bit of Ibiza stuff. Right to you then. I didn't enable the chronometer, which was a bit of a stupid idea. However, I'll do that next time. See, it's a bit of a learning curve doing things like this, because I have done YouTube, but the thing is I haven't done it in this category. I've done it in gaming, I've done it in competitive gaming, I've done it in that's it, gaming, which this is classed as gaming, but like there's vlogs in there as well, like with this channel. The thing is like flying. I've got Marco's at an airport right now, I don't know which airport, I think he's at Manchester airport right now doing some videos for us. I just spoke to him a minute ago because I saw in his Snapchat story that he got a picture of a Ryanair 737, and I said to him get us some videos, and he's doing it. I didn't say it quite like that, but I said, hey, could you get some videos for the channel? He said he'd see what he could do. I'll probably try and make them into an edit for you guys, because I'm the one who knows what I'm doing with editing. See, I wish I went on that sim now. Problem is, I get shouted at because I put the wrong SIDs and stars in. Like, I get it on the radio, but I understand it. I get told it, I write it down. I look through my FMC, like, might get the Hardy 5, let's say. No, the Hardy 2, or something like that. Let's just make one up. And I'll look through the FMC and it'll come up with Hardy 5. So I'll put that in, I'll tell them that's all I've got, and they say, no, you gotta listen to the ATIS, which I do, but that's not what I have. So then they tell me loads of, they end up having to tell me a route to plug into my FMC, which will then obviously change when I get to this airport. Always put in an arrival, because otherwise I don't get told where to go with the Airbus, because I don't use PFPX or any of that. That's the only issue with VATSIM. I like flying VFR on VATSIM. Then again, I haven't actually done it properly on VATSIM. I haven't been controlled on VATSIM, I just go on it. I've done a lot of IFR on VATSIM though, I've done quite a bit.
Approach checklist.
So we've got the approach checklist coming in now because we're at 6,000.
Check. Stowed. Check.
Excuse me if I cough. So it looks like we're very close now.
Please prepare for landing.
They're doing all the landing call outs now. Like, not the altitude, I mean like calling out all the checklists and telling people to sit down and all that rubbish. If there's any flights you want me to do, let me know, because I'll get the scenery for it. Or the planes. Like I've got all the Alibeo planes except the Twin Star and a couple of others because there's something wrong with the install. I've got the A2A Comanche. I've got a Coronado 152.
Aero reference set. Cross check.
I've got the Airbuses from Aerosoft.
1018.
I've got the NGX. And I'll install whatever sceneries you need me to. Also have Dino Catanio's fighters, if that sparks your interests. I'm thinking of getting more fighter aircraft though. Now I think I see a 90-degree turn coming up. No, it isn't 90 degrees. I was gonna worry a bit. There's Ibiza Airport there, because it's all lit up, so that's gonna be it. Now we've got a plane descending there. Or is it climbing? Yeah, it's climbing, it's getting closer. But I'm descending, I'm getting lower anyway. It's a bit higher than me now, I think. Yeah, it's higher than me now. Did that just say glide slope alive? If it did, I should put the... Now, I'm wondering now whether that's a wise idea to click that. That's not a wise idea, I don't think. Always end up low on the approach to begin with anyway, guys. I'll probably get like 2k by there and just sit there sitting at 2k for ages. Something I always do. But I'm going at a decent speed, so that shouldn't happen really. So localizer's taking us around with the autopilot. See, the problem is with ILS, you get an Airbus X on ILS and you take it off the autopilot and you don't need to control it. Unless sometimes you hit like where there's a lack of, you just drop and stuff. I can't remember what it's called, but I experienced it in a flying lesson. The plane could just drop and suddenly level out. Not the nose or anything, just sudden loss of about 10 feet or 20 feet. Then you have to pull up or something. I can see the runway now, my game's starting to lag a little bit where the scenery bugs. Which is alright, we're coming on to the approach. As soon as that glide slope actually hits us, I'm going to knock the approach buttons. As soon as that hits properly. So there will be points where the game completely freezes, I think. For like a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds. I cannot help that. I've tested out the scenery on landing and it's looking okay. That's all I can say. I can see the airport runway there, it's lit up quite nicely. I'm thinking of going on the approach mode now.
Localizer alive.
Oh, I've got localizer. I'll grab the glide slope when I get closer to it, because I'm starting to get too low on the approach. I'm not quite in line with the airport, I don't think. But I'll let it be for now. The localizer will bring me across, if necessary. I'm only like 100 foot below glide slope, which is alright. It's just, well, I descended slightly early, which is alright. So I've got localizer now.
2,500.
We hit 2,500 feet, coming up to 2,000. As soon as that happens, we'll kick in
Left one.
the approach. There you go. Right, we're on the approach officially. This will be fun. Yeah, we got the glide slope. That's good.
Flaps 2.
So they put flaps full down before the gear. Look, they put the gear down like this far away. Like, I don't know. Some places it's reasonable. Some places the gear comes down way early.
3.
Flaps 3. And we're coming to flaps full. Now I know it's incorrect. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'll put the auto brakes on low because I tend to do the braking all myself anyway. Because it's just an automatic thing. I keep my hand on the trigger. Then as soon as I land, that's why I mess up my landings a lot. Because I hold the trigger like I'm gripping the trigger, waiting to land, and just yank the trigger.
Low. Are on. Check. Check. No blue.
So there's no pappies, I've just realised, on either this side, or there just isn't pappies at this airfield. However, I've flown in here at dusk and I saw pappies. Oh yeah, they are pappies. I can see the pappies, but they're... Because I've got light redux, it's making it look like where they bloom out, it's making the lights look like it's kind of part of the runway. There's quite a few aircraft there. I can see all the white lights that are like really weird. I'm just gonna hit the QNHs fine anyway. I just wanted to check it was okay because we're looking alright, but at a certain point I'll let go of the autopilot. I'm not gonna let it land itself. I don't trust it. I'm not lazy like that. I like landing, but I know it's at 5 degrees already. That's the only issue. I might tail strike it. I'll take off the autopilot over these approach lights.
300 above.
Or I'll do it on minimums.
200 minimum.
Landing.
I'm gonna get below the glide slope here, which is alright.
70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, retire.
Oh. That's a bit hard, but never mind. Whoops. I'm not good at landing the Airbus. Oh, there you go. I'm not good at landing the Airbus. In the NGX I can get landings that smooth. I wouldn't know I was down if I didn't have EZY. I was doing landings yesterday practicing. I don't know what it is with this, but there's no suspension. Like, I don't feel it. Like this plane, it's really rigid when you land this plane.
Check.
Right.
Set off.
I don't get this airport one bit.
Check. Retract.
I'm gonna park with a jetway because I know they're animated.
Check.
We'll park up next to this MD-80. I think that's MD-80. Or we'll park near it. Now how do I get access to this jetway? I think it's this one here. I'm hoping it is. Do I have to turn left or something? I'm confused. Well, welcome to Ibiza, everyone. Well, I think I overshot that. Wait, what does that say? Wait, is this one of those things where it tells you? I think that's right. In position. I have to check. Yo, we made it just over the line. But A321 kinda did it. Let's see if Control J works on here. Let's see if it works. Yeah, it's working. I'm gonna get GSX for next episode, guys, probably. I'm not too sure. I'll have to check how it is on frame rates.
Parking checklist.
However, guys, I hope you did like the video.
Parking.
I'll show you a replay of the plane landing. the animations might not show spoilers, etc., or the engines moving. However, that's just default FSX. So I'll let this shut down and I'll show you the replay. I'll see you in a minute.